Sun, Moon, and Rising. This reading is for the partial lunar eclipse around Capricorn. We're looking at the energy surrounding this, so it could be up to a week either way, maybe even more. Definitely you can feel eclipses energies for 6 months either way. This eclipse is going to be taking place right in your first house. So it's in Capricorn, you know. So Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. My name is Misty, and this is a general reading. It may or may not apply. And we will be pulling some oracle cards and tarot cards for our Capricorns this July 2019. And we'll be looking at that house. So this is taking place right in your house, right in your first house, illuminating yourself, illuminating what you need to see in yourself. And I think this Mercury in retrograde that's going to be going through your 7th house is going to be affecting also the way that you've been in relationships. Oh, this is hilarious. I've been getting these cards for this moon for almost everybody, which is the child and the arrow, but we will talk about that in just a minute. In just a minute. So there's that South Node right there, which is all about your past patterns. And what's coming up, the very first card we get is the Beloved. And so there's some pattern, some past pattern of the way that you view romantic love. So what is romantic love to you? What is this falling in and falling out of love that you keep experiencing? There's a projection that seems to be taking place of the way that you're looking at the person, the way that you see the person. There is definitely a projection that is taking place. And that mirror that is taking place in that projection is a reflection of your desires. It's a reflection of what you want and not a true reflection of who they are and their higher selves. Some of you are really projecting your fears. And so you are walking through this fire and learning about yourself and learning about your own fears and burning away that which is not you, and burning away those insecurities. And some of you have really been in this process and you're coming out of it to come into this space of fresh eyes. So here this tidal wave of emotion is coming through, and you're gonna have this opportunity that comes up again of this projection, especially as this Mercury retrograde goes back into your 7th house. It's going to be in the 8th house first. So some of you are also going to be looking at your investments and the way that you've spent your money and the way that you're spending your time. You guys have definitely, these eclipse seasons are just, focused on Capricorn, and it's really your time for reinventing yourself and becoming more of yourself. And so, I think that some of you have stayed so busy and just, you are dancing the dance of life, and Spirit's really saying, go within. Spend some time on a vision quest, looking within your heart, looking within your soul, and seeing who you are. How do you present yourself? And it's really bringing light to you being authentic. This is so beautiful. Look at you dancing. You being authentic. This first house is all about you. So, but, spend a little time getting a little bored. Spend a little time listening to what your guidance is, because there's guidance here that's available for you if you take the time to step back and allow that guidance to come in. There's definitely a new chapter that you're stepping into, and with this vision quest, with the child, I'm definitely seeing the newness of stepping into a new life and the ability to set your intentions and set your goals for this new life right now. And the removal and really being honest with yourself about these past relationships, these old ways of thinking, the old patterns that you're thinking that are not from the newness, because they want to be released in this fire and burnt in this fire to have you be reborn. And have you see who you really are underneath that and be very authentic and very real with who you are. So it's really about freeing you up. You're going to get all types of freedom, Cappy. All types of freedom. I really, really like it. And so this sort of freedom, where this cloak where you haven't been able to see very clearly, starts to come off. And you start to see that these emotions that are rising out of you are coming from you as you listen to Spirit, as you listen to your guidance that comes in. And I'm really excited for you guys. I made a tea this morning, a detox yogi tea, and it has these little sayings on it. And probably not going to focus, but this one says, in every moment of life, you should be what you ought to be. And before I even read it, I said, this is going to be for the Capricorns. And that's what this is. You should be what you ought to be. And that who you ought to be is who your authentic self is. That first house is your I am. You know, and so you are also looking at the structure of your life as well, the way that you have structured your life. And it's definitely getting some freedom that, oh wow, yeah, that one's strong. Definitely getting some freedom there of setting it up. If you just slow down just a tiny bit, get a little tiny bit bored, and make sure that you're in that space that you create to see yourself and to be with yourself. Look at your intentions that you're setting for your future self and how you're setting them, and what are you aiming for, and where are you going, and you know, what ideas are attached onto that. How have you created your arrow? What is that process of creation? Because there is such strong potential here. This is my Ace of Wands card here, and this is just such strong potential. So becoming true to your calling and removing the things that aren't you, that are taking up a lot of your vital life force that you no longer need to have. So this is not how you're going to get to where this mark is. This is where you want to go. Where do you want to go, Capricorn? In this eclipse season, you have 6 more months of this, and you're going to feel it for 6 months after that. Take advantage of this time to really get authentic and really get into you, and to set your intentions on where you want to go. And then there's this relaxed focusedness and childlike wonder of the world, and trust and faith to see how it manifests for you. And you know, there's a difference between when you're just trying to take any opportunity that comes your way versus actually taking, you know, setting the intentions of who you are and aligning yourself with your authentic self to do this sort of work for you. I mean, some of you are really stepping into career things as well. I feel that very strongly. All right, my Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And you know, you guys really like to create your domain and like to create your life, and you know, don't necessarily like to be managed. And I think that's a really beautiful thing, because you have this opportunity to really do that right now. And I got a card up. Oh, interesting. Maybe we'll leave it in there. I got an extra card from a different deck. We're going to leave it in there. Some of you might be dealing with an air sign. Okay. Here's our Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. Capricorn Sun, Moon, and Rising. Definitely getting the rest. Great. So the one that we had pop out is our Four of Swords. So that's definitely taking that time to go inward and look at yourself that I'm feeling. It doesn't seem like that big of a space, but just a small one, especially right around this full moon. I think that will be really, really good for you guys. And this stepping back and reevaluating, you're getting the 7 of Pentacles right with the Beloved. So you're really going to be going through an opportunity in the 7th house with this Mercury retrograde to look at those relationships and really look at, you know, where you're not setting out or where you're not seeing clearly. Again, where you're not seeing clearly. Here's this 2 of Wands reversed, and where, you know, when you're looking at your world, but it's like you're looking at it from like a polarized perspective, 2 different perspectives that are so juxtaposed and so different. And it's hard for you to reconcile the cognitive dissonance that you have going on inside of you. And really, you know, this is such a Capricorn card. You're getting this with the child. So there is a new opportunity in this freshness, and when you're looking at the world from this new perspective. I think I have a smoothie on me. Okay, from this new perspective, there is this, you know, I see like there might be a friend around that can help you. A friend that might be able to come in, could be another earth sign, but this also is probably representing you. I mean, you're the friend that likes to help as well. So But there is this new opportunity coming in for you that is a money-making opportunity, and the goal is to get out of the bindings and the shackles that you have created yourself within your mind. And I do see a friend coming along to help you. And I want to pull 4 from this deck. This is my first time using this deck in my readings online, so just bear with me. I really like this deck. It's a very interesting one. Definitely a very interesting one. I'm really seeing you in your power. I'm really seeing you step into your power. That is the way. Oh man, I mean, it is so, so strong. So, so strong. Switch cards just flying out. All right. We're gonna, all right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Take it. Oh, they're the same ones, of course. Yeah. So here we have the 4 of Wands, and it's a time for celebration. If you get invited to a birthday party or some sort of celebration, go. There's a surprise waiting for you. Definitely go, go, go. I definitely see a good time when you're around good people and a lot of play, and definitely a returning back to the way that you view relationships that has to do with your forefathers, that has to do with, this is the 6 of Cups. This is called the after tarot, so it's like the next moment after. And so here we have the boy and the girl, and they're running back. They're running back to their family. And so can you go into what has maybe the way that you see things because of past generations in relationships, and what is there is a surprise that is waiting for you that looks really good, that can lead to a really, really healthy space for you. All right, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I will see you at the Leo New Moon at the end of July. It is at 11:11 Eastern Time. Super excited about it. My name is Misty. Hit that thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button and share with whoever would get some value out of it. Hope that you guys have an awesome day. Thanks, Caps.